time with CUTV.
Oh, see, you thought I was going to do this in the way here. Oh, see, that was a terrible dream. That was a dream I was having. That was a nightmare. What? Oh, something happened in my bed. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, it's worse than I thought. I lost half the bottle. Oh, I'll have to wring the sheets out later. Anyway, enough of that. Well, it's... never mind about that now. Then back to realism. Right, roll. Now then, where are we? Right. Well, it's hello and welcome to the Who's. That's the great show, that early breakfast show. So early that it comes to you in the middle of the night. That's the show, the who's, the reviews, the news, and the news all around the world. CUTV. And we're back by public demand. That's a fact. I've got the letter here to prove it. It's true, see. But without any more ado, it's over to the news bed and the lovely Ready Bix.
Thank you, Jimmy. Good morning. Here are the news headlines. In Hatfield this morning, a man covered in green paint and wearing nothing but a raincoat exposed himself to a middle-aged woman. She panicked and ran out into the middle of the road where she was knocked over by a passing cyclist. A police spokesman warned pedestrians not to cross while the green man's flashing. A disturbing incident took place last night in South London when Mr. Billy O'Reilly, the European karate champion who claims to be able to kill a person with his bare feet, was badly injured in a pub brawl. The trouble was, Mr. O'Reilly told Breakfast Time reporter, the men started hitting me before I had a chance to take off my shoes and socks. Finally, in Birmingham yesterday, British Leyland unveiled their latest car, the Monty Bogie. A BL spokesman said, "We are delighted with it, and if sales go as well as expected, we hope to make another one."
Thank you very much. Oh, this is lovely. I'll be over later. Now, for a quick look at the weather. As you can see by the satellite picture, it's still night time. Now, all the news of the weather for tomorrow mornings and the afternoonings and the lunchtimes and the evenings and the tea times, it's over to our weather window with the lovely Wincy Willis.
Thank you, Jimmy. Good morning, Britain. Well, let's have a look at the weather today. Well, I opened my window this morning, there was a heavy dew on the grass. Well, I've told you not to sleep in my garden before. Let's take a look, shall we? Well, there's a big shower coming from the east. That's Bernard Manning. He's going to be on the show later. And, well, it seems to be wet. Actually, it's raining cats and dogs, so if you're going out, remember to wear your wellies, or you may step in a poodle. Let's take a look at the satellite picture. What a pretty satellite. And finally, an overall picture. Oh, lovely. Well, it's going to be very cold with freezing fog all over Britain and a pretty nasty frost.
Hello, good morning, and welcome.
Thank you, Wincy Willis, for that up-to-date weather report. And the frost did look nasty, didn't he? Aye, right. Now, but it's a time for a quick look at the papers. And as you can see here, we've got some nice papers. There's a nice little sort of flowery paper that will look nice in the bedroom there. There's also one there which might look nice on the landing. And we've got the back of the book here. We've got a little furry one which will look nice in the Indian takeaway. Later on in the programme, Mr. Neil Kinnock will be coming in to go over the papers with me. He's looking for a nice paper to cover the cracks in his party. First of all, it's time to see and speak to our great special guest. And he's a great friend of mine, a clansman, a great sportsman from up north, north of the border. Well, I welcome champion dart distance sportsman, Jockey Shorts. Oh, come in, Jockey.
I see you, Jimmy.
I see you, Jockey. I see you, sir. See you. That I can't going to do is away here with the Scottish Havana Pedic, sir.
I fairy gun you, you quinny.
What's that you see?
Where the that's the wind go blow ideally through the west.
What the hell? Well, you see, don't I get away here with the
Get a pair of stores from a big revolver hawks.
Oh, that's a wee. I've heard you're a big drinker and a pushover. I can't understand a word you say. It's strange, I couldn't understand a word he said. Now then, for all you people who've got problems at home, we're going direct to our agony aunt. And who better to answer your problems than our lovely Claire Payne.
Well, we got a letter here from a tormented soul, and I feel it demonstrates quite clearly the pain caused by marriage failures. I'm quoting now directly from the letter. Dear Claire, I'm 43 and have been married for 20 years. 2 weeks ago, my wife ran off with the man next door. I am heartbroken and miss him terribly. There you are, you see. Tragic. Now, I've another letter here from another man. It says, Dear Claire, 3 days ago, I caught my wife kissing and cuddling the milkman. Next day, it was the butcher, then the grocer, and this morning I found her kissing and cuddling the rent man. What shall I do? Well, lovey, don't worry. Your turn will come. And now to finish on a high note.
See that? The lovely Claire Painter answered all the problems. I must see her myself. I've got a big problem, but it's not as big as hers. Now then, it's tips, and more tips. So for all those people at home with green fingers, my advice is use a hanky. No, but we go right now to our garden expert, the wonderful Pete Moss. All right, Pete.
Hello, Jimmy, and it's lovely to be back here.
Pete, now tell me what's happening under the earth.
Sod, Jimmy.
You cheeky devil.
No, it's the earth, not the sod. And hello, me flowers, and welcome back to my flower bed. Now, I've had a lot of mail this week. In fact, my bag's been full. I've had a letter from a lady who's having trouble with her anti-rhinum. Well, I'm passing that letter on to Claire Painter, who's more able to deal with family matters. Now, I've been hard at it all week, turning over, digging up the dirt, raking over high ground, umping it here, umping it there. But enough of my personal problems, and back to your letter. Now, some of you, especially Mrs. Poe from Bath, are having difficulty cutting down tall weeds. Well, now this is where your scythe will come in handy. And remember, it's not the scythe, it's the way you use it. I've had a letter from Mr. Banks again. And do you remember he won when he put up his root veg at the Super Swede show in Buckingham? Well, he's won again. That's a turnip for the books. Now then, Jimmy, you know very well, don't you, that I'm a fruit fanatic?
Oh, that's right. I remember last time you showed me some small plums.
No. That was a damsel in distress. Well, this week, I've got a lovely pear to show you.
Oh, that's grand, huh?
Lovely pear.
Thank you.
And I've got Granny Smith's.
Oh, see that? Ah, see, Granny Smith's teeth are still in it. Look at that.
Look at this. I bet you haven't seen a finer bunch.
Oh, no. Look at that, and there's 5 of them. Aye.
Well, Jimmy, now I'm going home.
All right, Pete, thank you again. And do you know, I've got a gnome.
Really? What, up there in Scotland?
No, it's at the bottom of the garden. It's a garden gnome. Aye. And I've also got a little plot of land there. I was going to ask your advice on what to do with it.
Well, what about onions?
That's a good idea, because I know my onions.
Or then again, you might go for a leek.
I'll take your advice. I'll go for a leak. First, it's now Keep Fit time. For all you crazy Keep Fit fanatics at home, we turn to our own hairy aerobic, the Loopy Lucy. And what a crazy nutcase she is. Ah, see you, Lucy. What have you got in store for us today?
Well, this morning it's the 3 Ps, and it's pull, push, punch. But we need to get into bed for this one, so leap in.
Hold on, you're not going to pee in my bed.
Oh. Now then, lie down. When you wake up with a jerk. Hello, Jimmy. And you start to pull and push and punch. Now, you might need to use your husband for this, or if your husband won't, you can always use a pillow. My husband doesn't mind, he's softer than the pillow. And we go pull, push, punch. Remember the 3 Ps and pull, push, punch.
Just a moment, Lucy. Have you heard of the 3 H's?
No.
It's hello, hold, and heap. Well, that's all we got time for now, so tune in again for some more CUTV. See you later.